Hey guys, Ryan, Tokyo FunHunter here, coming at you from Tokyo, Japan. Um, I I don't even know where to begin. Uh, I love movies. I love movies. I love entertainment. I love acting. I love movies. It's kind of one of those little weaknesses I have where even my friends will be like, Ryan, you're such a positive guy, but when they make mistakes in movies like character names or plots, I'm like, no, it's not that. It's this. So I thought I'd do this as an experiment, see where it goes. I love watching movie reviews online on YouTube. There's a few great people out there. Nostalgia Critic, he's a great guy. Angry Joe, great guy. And I decided, why not? I wanted to talk about this. Star Wars, The Force Awakens. I have some things I want to say. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I remember as a kid watching it with my family, watching the episodes 4, 5, and 6, and then I watched the 1, 2, and 3. I had Star Wars trading cards. I wasn't as big a nerd to collect maybe the little statues or collectibles, but I still like. Oh, I did actually. I had the little. I think it was like a Burger King toy that the head opened up. It was like an action figure. I think when when Episode 4 came back out for like remastering, I think that's when that was going on. Knights of the Old Republic video games. I love those. All those games. Battlefront. So I was really looking forward to this, and I was excited. And I recently moved out of my old share house with the other Japanese roommates into my own place. Really, I'm now near Tokyo Opera City. Holy mackerel! This place is awesome. My last place had an incredible view of Mount Fuji. I do miss that, but hey, at my new work office, I now have a really big view of Mount Fuji, which is good too. So it never goes away, which is awesome. Anyway, enough about that. Let's talk about the movie. So I've seen this movie twice. I just came back from theaters here in Tokyo at Toho Cinemas. And I thought this was very interesting because I saw it. I waited. It came out about a month ago, and I waited for about a week, because I wanted to see it with my family. Like, frankly, people were like, "You're not going to see it on opening night." Actually, no. I wanted to see it as a family thing. I go home once a year during Christmas time. It's like my time to recharge the batteries, and I wanted to see it with family. It was like, for me, it was that big type of an event. I wanted to see it with them, and I even emailed them, "Don't you see it? Don't you see it until I get home." And my dad wrote back, "All right, we'll wait." And it was great. And I saw it with my family. So my initial reactions. So I'll let you know, I saw it first in 3D with my family in nearby San Diego, California. It was great. And then I saw it tonight in 4D. I was on a date with this one girl. Very cute girl, fun girl, had a great time. And we saw it in 4D. And it was my first time ever doing 4D, same with her. This brand new cinema has just opened up in Shinjuku just a few months ago. I remember when they first started building this thing a few years ago. So it was interesting to see it. And I went to see it 4D. Now, 4D is basically... 3D, as you know, has the pictures. You feel like it's all three-dimensional. It's coming at you, the pictures. 4D is like... the seats move. They have air blasts, they have wind, they have smells. It's supposed to be a full immersion into the world. This is what the girl was explaining to me, and all right, so I saw it first, and I know the Star Wars story. I've read some of the books even. I've seen the expanded universe. I haven't seen everything. I haven't seen all of the different animations or cartoons or stuff like that. So I'm not, like, I know a lot. There's probably a lot more Star Wars people that know more than I do. But I feel like I'm better than the average, okay? Yeah, I know that much. So, I see it. And obviously, Disney bought Star Wars, recently for like about $4 billion, and they've made it all back in 1 month. 1 month. I mean, not all back. $1 billion. They made $1 billion, I believe, in the first month, which is amazing. And of course, as time goes on, they're easily gonna get back all that they spent. That's a side story, but anyway, I saw the movie first time. Here's what I thought. Okay, J.J. Abrams is directing. This guy is the biggest sci-fi director right now, and the cast, perfectly cast. All new actors, people we've not seen. We're combining old cast with this people we've never seen before, and they do a great job. Obviously the old Star Wars was all like old school special effects, real looking. The new Star Wars was all CGI, and people did not like that as much. This Star Wars Episode 7 combined the old and new and made it for perfect. Oh my god. Great special effects. Amazing. Cinematography. The scope in which they showed the landscapes, the worlds, all the different places, environments they go to, all the new areas we're now seeing is, on such a grand scale and such beautiful landscapes. I thought that was amazing. The score, the music, opens with the iconic piece. Obviously, it just pulls you right in. The ending, same thing. The middle, they had the right score at the appropriate moments. When you see Han and Leia, and you see the Han and Leia music. When you see the adventure music, but then they also added new music, which was just as good. It was great. It grabs the attention of the audience. It pulls you in. Finally, storyline. Honestly, the first time I saw this, I was a little disappointed in the story. I was a little like, okay, we've seen this before, right? Okay, there's this, girl on a desert planet. She's, the plans are in the droid. By the way, spoiler alert, okay, just letting you know. Spoiler right now, I'm going to give away the story, so if you haven't seen it, stop. Okay, I'm going to give away some stories, so just spoiler alert ahead. But yeah, it was a recycling of the old plotline. It was basically movies 4, 5, and 6 condensed into, and you see the similar threads. And obviously, that formula works, and what don't fix what isn't broken. But they reused the exact same plot lines and just put a new spin on it, updated it, put more flash around it, and don't get me wrong, the flash is good, the packaging is good, but if you know the Star Wars story, like if you've never seen Star Wars, or if you remotely remember Star Wars, you're gonna be like, wow, this was amazing. And a lot of people, everybody I talked to was like, this is amazing, this is incredible. And I feel like I'm a pretty, I like Star Wars, I love Star Wars, I know the story pretty well, and I went in and I could see all the similarities, I could see the patterns, I could see the formula being used, somebody would, the Destiny, you can see the person who's supposed to be Yoda, you can see the person who's supposed to be the next Luke. It's supposed to, it was just very like, come on, man, rehashed. And yeah, I mean, I was honestly a little like, what the hell? It was basically 4, 5, and 6. You see elements from each one, and they go back to those little jokes, from 4, 5, and 6, and you see them just the same pattern condensed. You see, okay, here's the big giveaway. It's your father. You see, when they're like, like join me or die. You see the Yoda figurine with the wise, short, small, beady-eyed girl who's supposed to be the old Yoda. You see, the adventure part, killing of the so-called Death Star, Death Planet, whatever the hell it was called. Yeah, I mean, you didn't really feel that much emotion. I honestly, like everything else, the pillars of a foundation of what makes a great movie was very, very well, except for the storyline. You can see the new tendencies. And I like how Nostalgia Critic did a good job of saying, like, hey, this needed to happen so they could demonstrate how a good movie is made. That they can prove to the world that, hey, we're combining the old and new schools, and we can do a good movie. And they've now captured that. They've set that aside for the next episodes 8 and 9. And I think they did a great job. And there's a key word in there that they use to entice you for the next one. And Han Solo says, like, Luke was looking for the original, Jedi Temple. The original Jedi Temple. This is something we've never seen before. If you played the video games, you do know maybe more about it. 1,000 years ago when they do the Old Republic, they talk about it a lot. But now they're going in this, and this is where Luke's been hiding. So this is going to be cool. This is setting it up. And it's kind of like, if you look at interviews, they even say this. We know we're doing that type of story. We know we're doing that. We're doing that on purpose. There's a method to the madness. We're doing it for purpose because the ones following it are going to be completely new. They're going to be completely divergent. We don't know what's in store yet, which is very exciting. So the first time I saw Star Wars about a few weeks ago, honestly, like, everything was great. 3D was great. Music was great. Casting was great. Cinematography was great. Everything was great. But the storyline, I was a little like, I kind of could see where everything was going. I knew what to expect. Now, so I went on this date, and the girl suggested, like, let's go see Star Wars. Let's go see Star Wars. And I was a little like, I'm willing to see it again, but I don't know if I want to pay. And by the way, movie tickets in Japan are really expensive. Basically, an average ticket back home in California is $10, about $10, I'd say. Let's say it's $10. Average ticket here is twice that. It's $20. Now, seeing it 4D, she was like, by the way, do you want me to get it right now? They're almost sold out. Sure, get it. Well, let's get the tickets. Cool. Oh, by the way, they only have the. I just bought them, but it's only at 9 o'clock. Oh, that's okay. Fine, whatever. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. It's only in 4D. I'm like, oh, okay. By the way, it's gonna be $35 per each of us. Oh, oh no. All right. I mean, if I'm gonna see 4D, if I'm gonna see Star Wars again, 4D maybe it'll be interesting. Wow. Whoa. 4D has spoiled it for me. I don't think I can see movies again the same way. This was like Star Tours in Disneyland on crack. This was amazing. This pulled you into the movie on a different scale. Holy hell, this was so cool. I was like out loud giggling like a girl and laughing. I was like, ah! Even the girl was like, are you okay? I'm just like, oh my God, this is so much fun. I couldn't believe it. I was having a blast watching this. And of course I'd seen it before, so I knew the points when to laugh, when to like gasp and all that stuff. And I maybe, especially in a Japanese audience compared to an American audience, Japanese are very just like, It's like the biggest film critics. They don't show that much emotion while doing it. So I'm the most like loudest, of course, in the theater. And my friends if any of my friends are watching this, are gonna be like, yeah, going to movies with Ryan is an event itself. Yeah, basically 4D was amazing. They were able, it has these two little things. So the wind hits you, there's wind at the bottom, there's smoke, there's lights blinking, the seats are moving, the seats are freaking moving. It was like Star Tours. It was like you're in the movie. So it's at the right points, the first thing, when how it tilts the screen so you see the planet or the ship, it does that. You feel that. And you feel it when there's battles, especially when you're doing the chases with the starships. Oh my God, you feel like you're totally in that thing. Even when there's lightsabers, there's blasters, it totally captures that with this technology, this new technology. I mean, I've already written down on my dream list, like, future home, I want my own theater, 4D personal theater. Holy mackerel, this is incredible. That was the best. If you see Star Wars, I recommend 4D. I mean, just see Star Wars because it's worth watching. It's totally worth watching it. If you had the chance to see it in 4D, holy mackerel, that was incredible. It pulls you back in. And overall, there was one time, there's this little, I don't know what it is, like a small thread that kind of whips around to give you like a sensation on your leg. And I think I pulled my leg up one time to like, I forget why. I think I was crossing my legs or something. And all of a sudden it whipped me right on the skin. I was like, ah! But anyway, Star Wars was great. I had a great time watching it. I'm excited for the next ones. Obviously, the story, I thought, if you're an old school fan, you're going to notice the similarities with the older stories. But if you're a newer fan, it totally pulls you back in. It gets you excited to find out more about the Star Wars universe, which is great. And it's setting it up for the old generation. And they do a great job. They even say it, every generation has its story. And they really actually live up to that idea, that philosophy that, hey, every generation has a story, and they're pulling all that in together. Very cool. So 3D version, if you're seeing it in 2D, you're missing out. I'm sorry. That's not my middle finger. You're missing out. If you see it in 3D, great. You're gonna love it. You're gonna have a great time. 4D, you're in for an experience. Holy moly. I don't think I can go to another movie anymore and just 2D. 3D, yeah. 40, it's like a must now. Holy mackerel. That was incredible. Anyway, now it's like 12:30 at night here in Tokyo, Japan. It's 0 degrees outside. It's supposed to snow. This is my first time doing a movie review, so I hope it's okay. I love movies. I hope to do more. Yeah, I mean, I'm from Southern California. Movies, and I've loved movies as a kid. I've loved it my whole life. So I thought I'd do this. I hope this has added some value to you guys. I hope this is great content. I'll leave it at that. Please share if you can. Comment if you like. I try to respond as many as I can. Please like our videos. Please subscribe. We love it if you keep tuning in. And obviously check out our other videos. Most of my videos is like adventure lifestyle and living in Japan type vlogs. So I hope this has been good. Talk to you guys soon. Catch you on the next side. All right. Have a good evening. Peace.